잠깐. 제시카 외동딸 일리노이 시카고 과선배는 김진모 그는 이사촌.
It's safe to say that Parasite has emerged as one of this award season's most compelling contenders. Can the Korean language film, directed by Bong Joon Ho, take home the big prize, the Oscar for Best Picture? Here to discuss is Deputy Awards and Features Editor Janelle Riley. All right, so why do you think this could take home the big prize?
I don't know if it will, but I've been very struck by how many people insist it just cannot, that it's just not possible.
Right. Yeah.
And, you know, first of all, unless something is ruled ineligible, of course it's possible. But all the reasons that people come up with, there are counter arguments for.
Okay, so what are some of the reasons?
The main reason you hear is that a foreign language film has never won before. And if Roma couldn't do it last year, you know, how is Parasite?
No other
Clearly
film can do that.
Yes.
Right?
But let's be honest. Parasite is probably more a crowd pleaser than Roma. Roma was, you know, regarded as a beautiful film, loved by many people, but Parasite has a lot more, I think, popular appeal, if that makes sense. Bong Joon Ho is so highly regarded by his peers. The love for this movie and how original and unique it is just keeps coming forth.
나 이제 사람을 못 믿잖아.
그래도 사랑하시죠?
The Academy, though, hasn't been very generous, let's say, when it comes to films that aren't in English, and actually disqualified Nigeria's first entry into the Best International Feature Film category, saying that it was in majority English. This is the film Lionheart. Also disqualified the movie Joy, which is from Austria, right?
Very
so
strange.
A lot of filmmakers weighed in on this, including Ava DuVernay. She posted on Twitter addressing the Academy. She said, "To the Academy, you disqualified Nigeria's first ever submission for Best International Feature because it's in English, but English is the official language of Nigeria. Are you barring this country from ever competing for an Oscar in its official language?" And then Lulu Wang, who directed The Farewell, which is an American film, but it's mostly in Mandarin Chinese, she also reacted saying, "This calls attention to the delineation of foreign film versus foreign language film. Which makes more sense? Can a foreign film be in our language, i.e. English? Can a domestic, i.e. American film, be in a foreign language? What does it mean to be foreign and to be American? And how does that factor into the Oscars?"
Yeah, so it seems like they're making these very specific rules and the goalposts keep changing, and I'm not really sure what the parameters will be from year to year.
Well, factoring into this likelihood is also who is voting in the Academy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so who are they?
That's another thing that people say as a reason that Parasite can't win, is that, you know, the Academy has never done this in the past. They don't, you know, like to give it to foreign films, but the Academy makeup has shifted so much just in the last 3 years. After the Oscar So White controversy in 2015, 2016, they really made an effort to shake up the membership. It had been 94% Caucasian at that time. In the last couple of years, they've invited, you know, I think it was 600, then 700 new members. They really changed up the demographics. Like, we don't know who an Academy voter is anymore.
어떻게 하시는지. Is it okay with you?
Well, if Parasite is A, in the running, and B, wins,
Yes.
how does that change what an Oscar movie is?
Wow, that's a great question. I actually think it's perfectly in line with what an Oscar movie has been lately. When we saw Moonlight win, when we saw Shape of Water win, they were rewarding creativity and originality and, you know, these personal stories. And I just think Parasite is all those things. I actually think you take out the language issue, it is the most Academy movie up this year in the running.
So with the language issue, which we can't ignore, what do you think its chances are?
Boy, I really think it can go all the way.
Okay.
It's hard. Like right now there's like 5 movies I sort of feel are jockeying for Best Picture, but I think Parasite is going to get so many of those passion votes. And I don't know anyone who doesn't like it, at least. You know, it's not going to be like 10 on a lot of people's ballots. I mean, I think, but you know, there's also the issue, it's a small company, Neon, that's releasing it. It's hard to compete with some of the bigger studios, but we've seen it done in the past.
Yeah, and word of mouth, no, you know, don't discount the power of word of mouth, and people, again, just going to this movie and it really sticking with them and making you think. Yeah. You'll come out changed. You'll come out moved, I think. That's how I felt anyway. All right, Janelle, thank you so much for stopping by. And for more on award season, you can visit variety.com.